Hey guys, today's Little Cup battle is going to be with my 3rd gen team, and I gotta say, I've never seen a sand team quite like this in Little Cup. I mean, my opponent's missing the main sweeper for a Little Cup sand team, which is Drillbur. Now, I'm not saying this is necessarily a bad combination, but I'm just saying it's definitely different, and I really am going to enjoy seeing how this plays out. So, let's get to it. My opponent today is Trichomes, who I met on the Smogon Wi-Fi-Battle Finder. I'm going to lead off with my Dreidel, my ball toy, as he leads off with his Me Hungry, his Hippopotas, which I was kind of expecting. So, he's gonna actually pull back and go into a Psyduck. I'm guessing, just predicting that he can't really do anything to me as long as I've got Rapid Spin. And I go for Stealth Rocks as he goes for a Surf, and I was pretty sure I could take this Surf. I didn't think I could take a Hydro Pump, but I was pretty sure I could take a Surf, so I kind of lucked out there. So I set up my Trick Room, go for an Earthquake, and pretty much just fodder off my Dreidel. Which really isn't a problem, considering now that I've got my Trick Room up, I can just take out anything that tries to set up Stealth Rocks. Anywho, I switch in my Dynamite, and I go for the Hone Claws, as he switches into Porygon and gets a Sheer Force, gets my Sheer Force ability, which is not going to end well for me. And you're going to see why here. He actually outslows me and goes for Ice Beam. And turns out, this entire time, I misdid my EVs on my Bagon, so it's actually faster than it's supposed to be, which is horrible for Trick Room. Anywho, I send in Dorless, try and take it out with an Earthquake. Unfortunately, it doesn't do the job, and he's gonna KO me. Here, I'm just gonna go for an Ice Beam, and it's like, well. He's gonna send out Nom Noms, his Onix, that's a weird name, and I see this as a perfect opportunity to go for the Shell Smash. So he was actually trying to bait a Surf, so he switches into his Lileep. But now that I've got my Shell Smash up, I've got nothing to fear from this guy. So I'm going to go for Ice Beam, it's going to take out his Lileep, and that's the end of that. That critical hit did not matter. He's going to send out his Croagunk, and I'm guessing he's just going to try and priority stall me with Fake Out and then maybe another priority move. But even with cut defenses, I did invest a little bit in my defense, so I should be able to take it. And here he goes for a Sucker Punch, which gets my Rattled up, which means there's no chance of anything outspeeding me on his team, even with a Scarf. So he sends out his Psyduck as I knock out his Croagunk, and I'm going to go for Hidden Power. It's Hidden Power Grass, it's going to knock out Psyduck, and down it goes. So I've got one more attack with Molosuss, so he's going to send out his Me Hungry. I'm going to go for Surf, it's going to knock it out, and it's going to be a double down this turn thanks to Sandstorm, Recoil, and yeah. Down goes Molosuss. I really gotta say, Molosuss really pulled its weight today. I'm gonna send out my Walter as he sends out his last Pokemon, his Nom Noms. And I'm just gonna go for a Trick Room as he sets up Rock Polish. I mean, really, Trick Room was to be expected by now. Anywho, I'm gonna go for Taunt next turn because I'm pretty sure I can take one hit because I know Onix does not invest a lot in its attack. So I was right, I take a hit. Next turn, I go for Destiny Bond. And I'm going to take it down with me, and that'll be the end of the battle. So, good game, man. Good game. Thanks for that battle, Trichomes. Okay, let's get to the talk of the day. Today's talk of the day, we're going to do some Poke Analysis. Today's Poke Analysis is going to be on Pawniard. Let's look at the Smogon set first. Okay, this Smogon set is a Choice Scarf set. With a Choice Scarf ability Defiant with a Jolly or Adamant Nature, 236 attack, 36 defense, 36 special defense, and 196 speed. With a move pool of Iron Head, Pursuit, Brick Break, or Night Slash. This isn't really a bad set at all. I have nothing to say about this set. I mean, if I had to mention one thing, I'm kind of wondering why use Pursuit when you don't want to be locked into something. I guess that just kind of makes sense in my head, but if you guys see another reason for that, you know, I'll shut up. Okay, let's take a look at the next set. The next Smogon set is a Life Orb set. This set with the ability Defiant with a Life Orb, Jolly or Adamant Nature with 236 attack, 36 special defense, 36 defense, 196 speed. Same thing as the other one, with a move pool of Sword Stance, Sucker Punch, Brick Break, and Night Slash or Iron Head. Really, this set, there really is nothing to say about it. I mean, if you're gonna go with this kind of set, I don't see why you invest a lot in speed if you've already got Sucker Punch. That's just me thinking, because it's already gonna outspeed most things at maybe 14. That's right around the average speed, and anything faster than that most likely isn't going to resist a Sucker Punch unless, you know, maybe it's a Murkrow or something like that. Not a lot of complaints about that. I saw all these offensive sets, and you know what? I thought, this guy needs a defensive set. Because why always go with the offense? Let's mix it up and go with some defense too. So let's look at a couple defensive sets that I've made. Okay, just a warning before we go over these sets. Poniard does not have the best defensive typing, considering most of the Little Cup metagame right now is controlled by Earth, Fighting, and the occasional Fire type. I would not make this guy your sole defense Pokemon, but I would use it as a defense Pokemon just because it's pretty darn good. Here, this set is kind of an evil set. It's got the ability Inner Focus with an Eviolite, Careful Nature with 236 HP, 196 defense, 36 special defense, and 36 speed. Really, that 36 speed just came out of nowhere. It had the extra EVs for it, so I just went for it. With a move pool of Swagger, Foul Play, Stealth Rock, and Thunder Wave. Alright, let me tell you straight up what the strategy here with this guy is. First turn, you're going to go with a Thunder Wave to paralyze your opponent. Next, you're going to go with Swagger, so you can get a Parafusion off, and not only that, but your opponent's attack increases, and this is very important, and I'll show you why in a sec. Stealth Rocks, so that way you'll be able to get up some Stealth Rocks during some Parafusion. And finally, Foul Play. Foul Play is a physical dark attack with base 95 power, which Poniard gets stabbed with, which is pretty darn good. And the thing here is that you use your opponent's attack stat against them. That's what Foul Play does. And since you're going to be increasing their attack anyway with Swagger, and they're not going to have a chance to use it with Parafusion, you take advantage of the fact that you increase their attack and now you use it against them. So once again, this is just really an evil, evil set. Yeah, let me show you guys the next set, which isn't too different, but it's not quite like this. This next set is more of an anti-lead set. Its ability is Inner Focus with Eviolite, and I put them both up there because they really have the same stats but different move pools. So once again, Careful Nature, 236 HP, 196 defense, 36 special defense, 36 speed, with a move pool of Taunt, Brick Break, Sucker Punch, and Thunder Wave. Thunder Wave because why not, really? If you're defensive anyway, might as well go with Thunder Wave or Toxic or something, maybe a little Stally. I just thought Thunder Wave would be the best option here. Taunt, because this is an anti-lead set, you're going to be wanting to use Taunt against Stealth Rockers, Spikes, Toxic Spikes, just Pokemon who have access to those kind of move pools. Brick Break for actually utility, so that way you can get rid of light screens, and Sucker Punch because why not? You get some priority, it's got a base 80 power, physical stab move, and it's just great. So that's all I have to say about Poniard. I hope you guys enjoyed the battle. Maybe you got some good ideas from this poke analysis, so comment, rate, subscribe, and challenge, and have a good day.